What's up, my good people? Welcome to our YouTube channel. Follow us, like, subscribe, and leave a comment, yani. We are new to this channel, you know, with your support we can always conquer, yani, everything. So,
follow.
Live, yani, our first guest is the controversial, most popular, most famous guy, yani, Qatar, you know, Doha has ever seen. You know, Mr. Prezo mwenyewe. People know him as Prezo, people know him as Freddy.
Pull up, one more time. Pull up.
Okay.
Say pull up.
when you're ready, we are ready.
Ready? Let's go.
Welcome our good people. Welcome to our YouTube channel. Follow us, like, subscribe, and give a comment. We are definitely new to this channel. With your support, we will conquer and we will succeed. Yani. Follow us, you know, we will work together towards the achieving, bringing you, you know, the best of the content all over the world. And our very first guest today, we have the most famous, the most controversial, and the most popular guy. Yani, every other person knows, yani, in Qatar. He was the first African man that I ever met in Qatar, you know, with lots of entertainment. None other than Mr. Prezo himself, or Frederick. So, Frederick, welcome.
Thank
For
you.
those of you who do not know you, kindly, you know, you can start by giving a brief introduction about yourself.
Well, just like you said, like many of them, they know me by the name Prezo, but the real names are Frederick Omwoni Oluchiri, being the only original Luya who originated from Luya blood. Both parents are Luya from Kisa side. Right, I'm a Luya, Kenyan, true believer Kenya, and I'm happy to be here.
Welcome, Freddy. So tell us, yani, amongst all the Kenyans that were ever the first, yani, that we can call the first Kenyans that ever set foot in Qatar, I'm certain you're one of those.
Yeah.
How did you know about Qatar, or how did you find yourself here?
To be honest, like my journey to Qatar it was not like it's not like I wanted to come in Qatar. I didn't want to come to Qatar. I'm that kind of person who never believed in making your table to be full of gold when you are abroad. I'm that kind of person who always believed in one thing, like I can make it when I'm home. You know, so I didn't believe too much into abroad, me coming abroad or me doing things in abroad. But it came a day when I wanted to open my kind of business. There's a business that I wanted to open.
Okay.
And the business I wanted to open, there was a friend of mine who wanted to help me on how to get the. I wanted to get the to get the hall. So he was directing me to go to get a hall in South Sea. So when we were going to South Sea, he happened to tell me, like, I'm scheduled to have a.
You wanted to have a hall of what?
A hall, actually, I wanted to. I've been into entertainment from childhood.
Okay.
Long way back, I was from entertainment. So, anytime I get money, when I was back home, anytime I used to get money, the only thing that I would think of was try something, buy the gadgets and all those kind of things. So I had already bought the gadgets of, I love football as well. So I bought the multiple DSTV decoder, and I also bought, I have a projector, so I had like a big projector, a multiple DSTV decoder. So I wanted to do, to venture into, showing games and movies.
Yeah, I remember how we used to pay for, I think, 5 shillings or 10 shillings to watch a game. Okay.
So that was something that I really wanted to do by then. And the only way for me to do that was if I have a hall. And I wanted a hall that can really allocate a lot of people. So this guy had his uncle who had a brand new building. So the brand new building is coming out, and then he wanted me to be there. So he was going to introduce me to his uncle actually. So when he was going to introduce me to his uncle, and then all of a sudden he told me, let me go for an interview. So when he was going for an interview, by then my brother was here. My brother called Morris. He was here before.
Your blood brother?
My blood brother. Our first.
Your firstborn, yeah. Your
firstborn in a main gender, like. But
okay.
I'm brought up from a family where we have only one sister and same mother, one sister only. She's like a mother because
she's elder.
She raised us all.
She was elder than you.
She's the elder for all of us. So my brother was here actually. He was working in G4X by then.
That was around which year?
That was the year my brother actually stepped in Doha the year 2007.
Wow.
2007.
I don't want to imagine it was during 2007. Okay.
So 2007, my brother is here, and then I'm hustling back. By 2007, that means like it was like 3 years I'm out of high school life. So I'm trying.
This is the time that you're trying to look for a hole in South Sea.
Yeah.
And then so that you can start up your DSTV and movie business.
No, 2007. I wasn't looking for. I was not looking for a house. Actually, 2007. That was the time like I'm just done with
high school. Yeah, now you're
no,
trying to figure out what you wanna be.
I'm done with college. I'm done with whatever. So I'm like just now. Like, let me just try to do some, internships and getting some part-time jobs. And by then I was working with my brother. Actually, he was working in one company called Classic Mongers. Okay. So Classic Mongers is there in Westland, just opposite the National Museum. Right. That's where I was working. So the money that I was getting, actually, the money was me. I don't have ladies to spend money with. So I was that focused person who wanted I was venturing to something big that I just wanted like to make it when I'm still young. So 2007 there, I was still back there home trying to make it up. And then all of a sudden, my brother was here. So when I was on that interview, when I was in that room for interview, I was just waiting for my friend at the reception. Okay. And then my friend told me like, and then my friend was inside for the interview. So the owner of the place, something about Esther.
Esther. Okay, I know Esther.
So
Esther, I think she's the CEO of Emvan.
Yeah, she's the CEO. So she came in, and you know how she talks. She talks like she would try to.
I've never met her personally, but I've interacted with her on some business that I was doing back home.
Esther, she can convince you to eat a stone.
Oh, so she convinced you to take what job?
Trust you. So she actually convinced me, and I was like, listen, I'm not going to that. And the thing of me going abroad, it will not make sense because how much will I be earning? And then she's like, you'll be earning up to 200, and I'm like, so if 200 I'm abroad.
That is 200,000.
200,000.
That is the time when you have 10 shillings, you feel like you're very rich during those periods. Okay.
Yeah, those periods. So I was like, the 200,000. I'm Kenya. I'm making 75, and I want to double it with my business. So that means by the end of the month, I will be having like 150. So what makes you think that it will be better? Like she told me like there's World Cup coming, there's a lot of opportunities, and if you have experience, the person who's coming to interview, you can take it to a position, and the person who's inside the actually they are looking for supervisors. And I can see you the way you're speaking, you can be one of them. And if you're a supervisor, trust me, you'll be eating like 300 plus.
I see.
Oh man, I was like, oh, this is it.
So you accepted the deal, you did some interviews, and then.
So I actually, when I was going to take that hall,
okay,
I had a certificate for fire marshal certificates. I had this CPR certificate because the person,
fire marshals, I think Red Cross.
Yeah, the Red Cross. Yeah.
Okay.
So I had all those certificates, and then because I was going to take, and the person the owner of that building, the one who was going to give me a hall, he was specifically he needs someone who really have some credentials and all those. Okay. So I had worked with some of my credentials, and those were part of these that were inside. So they made for me a CV there.
Okay.
That I've never made a CV. My first CV was made with Esther. I think it was literally maybe less than 1,000.
I know we used to have a standard format, yani they take the first page would have only your credentials, yani who are you, like religion, ethnicity, name,
sure.
height,
Yeah.
and then the second page will have a very few details, and then the CV is done. Then they will attach one photo, what is it, full length photo, and then another passport.
Yeah. So it was just an easy CV. I went there, and then the guy was like, the guy who came to interview us, he was from Sudan, And then for me, my perspective on how Esther was talking to me, when I went inside, I wanted now to remove the whole English that I know.
Okay.
Because I saw that guy and I was like, oh damn, this dude must be from US. This nigga is a US person. So I was going there with like, will I even understand the English? Will I pick up? So the guy went there and was like, what's your name? Nice.
Can you imagine the first introduction to the white man?
I gave my introduction, man. Very nice. I gave myself my introduction. And then I was like, what do you do? And I'm like, I don't do anything. Right now, I'm really hustling to make it in life. Tell me about yourself. Then I talked to myself. Like I brought my whole bio to the guy, man. Like I was speaking the whole pidgin in me.
Okay.
Think that the guy is understanding me, man. And then after I spoke the whole pidgin, the guy was like, now me have company. Me company, me you come work.
Me you come work, me give you. Okay.
Funny enough, I was like, okay, so this is it. I went back to, after he gave me, I told him like, this is what I have. I've been a supervisor. I've been supervising a lot. So he took me as a supervisor. And then I went to Esther and told him, now the person even interviewing me doesn't know English and you're taking me where? Man, this is a waste of time. So we went for the hall. After the hall was confirmed as well. I told the guy, I will come with the money tomorrow to pay the hall. On my way back, on my cab, I'm going back home, and then I receive a call from Esther. Oh, you have been shortlisted from supervisor category. I didn't take it serious as well. I told her like, do you know even I don't have a passport? It's a passport. I don't have a passport. I never applied.
Wait, during that period you don't?
I don't have a passport.
Okay.
I got no passport with me.
So you were interviewed, you got selected, and then
and then she told me come tomorrow because it's very serious. This guy, he said you are the priority for all the people that got interviewed.
That were all the candidates that have been interviewed.
My friend actually the one who, my friend who wanted, that friend of mine actually he was dropped off.
Okay.
He never passed it. I'm the one who
But
passed.
he's the guy that introduced.
Yeah.
I see.
So
Okay.
I'm the one who passed the interview. So I went there and I told her, I asked me, do you have money? Now I have the money. I'm supposed to be going to pay for the hall. I told her, I got money. I don't have a passport. And the passport, I know we're in Kenya, and I will not spend money to have a passport for something that I know to not even help me. And then he told me, give me 8,000. I'll give you a passport tomorrow evening. I was like, no, which world are you living in, Esther? You know you're in Kenya. Give me 8,000.
So there was no e-citizen for you. You did not book anything. You just
Nothing, bro.
Wow.
There's nothing. I gave her the 8,000. I sent her a copy of my birth certificate. That's it.
Okay, so you got a passport after one day.
After one day.
And then, good thing you have a brother in Qatar.
Yeah.
So you call your brother, I'm certain, and you check with your brother to tell you about Qatar.
Yeah.
And then that is it, you flew to Qatar.
Yeah. Actually, he told me like, if I told his Esther, trust her.
And then you came.
And then I came.
Now you're in Qatar.
Yeah.
What did you find different, Yani, once you got here, when it comes to the work ethics that you used to know in Kenya and when you got here? What was the difference? Yani? What did you find that was different from our usual local ethics of working and culture?
In Qatar it was different. It was different because like, for me I came and then on my mind, back in my mind, like I'm being taken as a security. So back in my mind, I'm coming and I'm going for a very risky job. Considering like I'm going to work and I'm going to work in Qatar. So like it's an Arab country and they need security. So back in my mind was like, this is gonna be tough. So even when I was leaving home, I even told mom the speed that they took me from after that recruitment, the speed that they took me, I didn't even have time to go and tell mom I'm traveling. Like it was passport tomorrow, blood test the very day when I'm getting the passport, and then after 2 days, bro, your flight is here, everything's here, and I'm like, guys, you guys, you're not. I feel like you guys are going to sell me or something. Everything was so. I didn't even sell my things. My room, I had left everything in my house. I just told my brother, go take them. Right? Before they knew I'm here, I'm telling my brother I'm here. Why I didn't go and tell mom that you're traveling for you to get prayers? I'm like, bro, prayers, they told me the money that I'm being promised.
I know, and coming from a traditional family, or you know, those traditions.
Yeah, you have to go and get a prayer.
They always say that you have to come home and receive blessings before you travel.
Yeah.
I didn't go for that as well. I worked till Friday. Where I was working, I worked till Friday. I did my handover, and then on Sunday was my flight. So
same thing to me, bro.
Anyway, you got to Qatar.
I got to Qatar. My whole thinking was like, you know, like now you're going Qatar, but Qatar, you are going there as a security, for heaven's sake. So be assured, bro, like you're going to get it. You're going to face it rough. But when I reached here, it was something different. Okay. You know, most of the time whenever I hear someone comes as a security, and whenever you come as a security and you give up, you're like, I want to go back. I'm always asking them, what do they do? Okay. What do they do? Right now I have to wake up, before I go to sleep, I have to make sure that my schedule for tomorrow is safe, is secured, and all those. I have everything back in my head. How will I run tomorrow? Right now I have like those kind of responsibility, like I'm like, how will I run tomorrow? You understand? But being security, your work is just to go. Your being position, just stand here. There's no thief. You leave your key here, you leave your 10 real here, you will find it. You'll find it there.
Sure.
So there's nothing like someone will steal something for you. So you are just going. Your work is just to show yourself. Just be present. Be sober.
So you came here, you started working as security.
As security. No. I actually.
You started as a security.
I started as security. I started as security for a month.
Okay.
A month, because they wanted to see, because like there was one batch that came before me in the same security company. So there was one batch that came before me, and then before I came, it was barely like 3 weeks. Some of them, they want to go back. So they didn't want to raise.
What were the main reasons, during that time?
Yeah.
What were the main reasons why some of them already were giving up and wanted to go back here?
I would say even for me, I wanted to give up because like, let's say like the accommodation.
The accommodation was not good.
It was not good. Like
how bad was the accommodation?
It was very bad, man.
How?
It was very bad.
If you're explaining to somebody that to have the ample, to visualize how bad the accommodation.
It was very bad, bro. Like you can
you sleep on the floor.
No, you're not sleeping on the floor.
There is no.
You will never sleep on the floor. Like the ventilation
is
there. You have the AC is there.
Okay.
But the room, you are being mixed in the room with Indian, Nepali, like sort of
people with different indigenous languages that you don't
understand.
Language, you don't understand each other.
Like sometimes when you wanna eat and you feel like the Indian is there, what they do, and then
or the food is not what you used to.
It's not what you used to. And then they have when you come first, actually they will give you a mattress, your blanket, new. But men, like there is everywhere, man. Like it was bed bugs. Oh, the bed bugs. You just see them moving, man. Like even the time of even sleeping, you yourself to sleep, it's like crazy, man. It was crazy, man. Crazy, like. And then for us, we were the one who gave them. But like the company that we came because of a certain hotel, and that certain hotel told them like, because the CEO of that hotel, by then who was recruited, the CEO there, he was working in Kenya, and he said like, I definitely need only Kenyans in this building. So make sure Kenyans. So for us, when we knew that,
make sure you segregate any Kenyans from the rest of the nationality.
So when we knew that we are the market for them, for them to have that contract, then we had to twist them a little bit, to tell them like, listen, you don't give us a good accommodation, you don't provide food for us, you don't give us gas. We used even to gas, like gas, you have to go and change your gas, man. Like everyone, whenever you come, like you've been given a gas, you have to change the gas and all those. So like, there's no responsibilities. You tell us like we can buy food for us to cook ourselves, but don't come and tell me like go and change.
So during that they were okay. So other than the accommodation, what else was making fellow colleagues or people, fellow citizens or other expatriates feel like they want to go back here? Other than you've spoken of accommodation.
Yeah, accommodation.
The condition and what else?
Accommodation, a lot of rules. I remember one of my friend like he came in and he really loved gin. He was on course, you understand? Like for him, we went just in the supermarket, just around the supermarket there, closed supermarket. He was on a vest. By then there was a lot of rules that were in Qatar.
Yeah.
Right? The guy was on a vest, and then it happened like there was a Qatari lady who just opened the window of her car, and then the guy was big, like the vest, so you could see the muscles and all. So the guy she stopped the car, and then the guy was coming out from the car, and then she closed the window again, and immediately she called the police. The police, when they came, the guy went there, and then she was like, the guy went inside the deportation.
So the culture was also toxic.
Yeah, it was toxic.
Okay, so you worked here for how long in this security company?
In security,
you didn't give up, nevertheless.
I never gave up.
So you worked here for how long?
I never gave up. After 1 month, I became a supervisor, and then from supervisor, the hotel opened officially. I became the main security supervisor in the same hotel under the umbrella of this other. Because of kafala, they didn't want me to change.
Sponsorship during
sponsorship, yeah. I remember the CEO actually he told me like, I know this law will never end, but I'm giving you a guarantee on this lineage of our hotel. I'm very sure it will take us 4 or 5 years for it to be operational the way we want. So resign, go home, and then we'll come back.
On a new visa?
Yeah, on a new visa. But I didn't take that chance. I was like, I just want to continue. Like,
you persevered?
Yeah, so I persevered. And then from there it was a roller coaster.
Okay, fast forward for you. Now you are one of the most famous Kenyan singers. I want to understand, how did you transition? At what point now did you move from security to this preso that we all know, that is in entertainment industry?
The thing is, to come in entertainment, remember I told you like I've been in entertainment all along. Back home, I was through entertainment as well. So for me to go to jump into entertainment, I remember like when I was in EGSS, I was not just a security, I was a leader for them. And then I was that kind of person who was like showing some of the leaders who are in the same company, like you don't need luxury for you to lead the people. I remember I was in a position, like you can imagine me being a branch manager, but I'm living in accommodation with the staffs. You understand? When they have already given me, they gave me my own accommodation, but I was still living with the staff in accommodation. All because I wanted them to know like this guy is a person who can rely on. You understand? So in entertainment actually, I started the entertainment. I stepped in entertainment actually. That was the year 2018. 2016. 2016 there was an event that due to my popularity and me controlling some of the Kenyans that they really knew who I was even when I was in security. There was one lady called Sheikha. There's a lady called Sheikha.
Okay.
She came and then we sat down. We brought this. There's a first event that we brought. It was Creme de la Creme with Chris Darling, where we brought it in Hilton.
So you brought this de la Creme while still working as security.
Yeah. But
okay.
now not being an investor, but being an influencer inside that.
Okay.
Yeah, so like she was trusting like we can send a message out. So that's how I chipped myself in there. So cream de la cream when he came with
How did you know you can influence? I'm looking at myself really. For example, not so many people would know me, or not so many people would know person X, okay? For a big event like that, to trust you, to influence for them, it means you have some level of following.
Yeah.
So how did you get, that is what I'm trying, before you get to move that you have to, so at what point did you get this following?
No, I got the following. The following that I got actually.
How did you get the following?
Many people, they don't understand, like, you know, I was working, when I was working in that security company, I was the manager of events.
Okay.
So I was controlling events. So me controlling events, like you see, like in Hilton, West Bay Hilton, backyard. So during the backyard, every Friday backyard, and then I was interacting. Like I'm not a security who's stagnant in one place. So I was interacting with a lot of a lot of people who are coming in. So I'm getting the number, exchanging the number, telling them like, guys, you should try society. So I was still being a manager of events. I was controlling society. I was controlling backyard. I was controlling Highland. I was controlling events in Qatar. You understand? So I was interacting with a lot of people. So some of the people, whenever I get your number and I put something on my status, they were like, "Oh, where is this happening, dude? Where is this happening?" So that's why I got the following of like people really trusted me on like, man, whenever you need something happen, and it happens like I was a Kenyan who I'm exposing to the entertainment, and there are those Kenyans who are like, "Are you sure we can go out? Are you sure we can drink? Are you sure there's a club?" And I'm like, "Dude, where are you guys living, man? This is what is happening."
So they trusted you, they gave you
the
influential role, and then you brought DJ De La Cream.
Yeah, De La Cream and Chris Darling and De La Cream, who the main sponsor was Hilton and Shaker. So it was inside the ballroom. It was a successful event. Yeah.
So the event ended. I just want to know, how did you totally now transition? You moved out of your security job and you felt like, now I feel like I belong into entertainment. Yani, let me move out of security. Let me move to entertainment.
And now talking
this is the critical point that I want to get.
Now from there, on how I joined myself, on how I found myself now to be in entertainment. There was an event that we were organizing, and this event was a Sauti Sol event. Now, Sauti Sol event, when we were organizing Sauti Sol, I'm still the manager of entertainment, and then I'm influential, a bit, not that much, but I'm influential by then. And then there is this one Filipina guy who really approached me, and when she approached me, she told me like, "Listen, I know that you guys what you're doing, but I feel like if we can combine efforts, we can do something big." So she brought the idea of us promoting Sauti Sol. So when she brought that idea, what came in my mind, back in my mind, is like, me myself, even I'm like, you know, like, have you ever been something and you don't know you're something? You know, like, people, they feel like you can do something, but for me, I'm like, I'm always attending because I want to have fun.
Okay.
You understand? I'm always coming, but every time I come, I have to make sure that inside my car, I'll even go like 3 trips. I'll carry some of my friends and drop them there, and then I'll go for another friends. I come and drop them there. So I used to have a group of like maybe when I'm moving, I have like maybe 20 of my friends. They'll come with me, and they will either take the Ubers for us to go and to take. So by then, when Sauti Sol came, that's the time that now I decided that I want to make it to be something that I really want to move in entertainment. So that was the time that it was me. There is a girl called Ivy. There is Gish who was there. There is a guy called what is his name? Jemo. We came. So we both came. We both came together. There is Wilson as well. So we came together. We said like, listen, guys, we need to make sure that this event goes to be successful. We need it to be successful. So we wanted now an umbrella for us to, which umbrella that we can use, the umbrella that we can use so that we can make this one. So that's when we joined. We made a call. We made a call to 9th Street Entertainment.
Okay.
So 9th Street Entertainment, they're based in Dubai, but they are those people who we were supporting them, and those kind of people like you. We used to see what they do, and we were like, oh, one day we'll reach there. So we reached out to them and we told them like, listen guys, can we use your umbrella for us to promote this event? Because people, they will trust us here once they know that it's 9th Street is bringing, but the 9th Street branch in Qatar. They said it's okay. So we did the Sauti Sol successful. All right, after being successful, when we wanted to do another event, that's when 9th Street brought an issue. So when they brought those issues that they brought, that's the time now we separated. And I told the people, and I told myself, I called myself for a meeting. I asked myself, why can't I not just start my brand? All right, and that's when I started my brand. Previously, my brand actually I used to call, because now people they knew that I'm into entertainment. But being into entertainment, people now used to call me Prezo. So I was like, if I'll be your president, then I need to give you good vibes. So I used to call my brand Prezo All Around. All right, that was really personal. Prezo All Around. You either follow me or don't follow me. It's just me. You understand? So that's when I call myself that one. And then I call myself that, and then another DJ. We brought another DJ. We brought Steve, DJ Steve, the reggae DJ. A lot of things happened. So by then, when Kafala just dropped off, there was
the Kafala system.
The Kafala system.
You can easily transfer sponsorship from one organization to another.
Exactly. So once the Kafala
that was around
abolished,
which year?
Kafala was abolished. That was the year 2018.
Okay.
2018, Kafala was dropped on June. It was dropped on June. So June, my mind was never to dedicate myself into entertainment, because I know that the consequences and the backstage of entertainment. My mind was never in entertainment. But what I needed is just for me to be part of it, but not to put my head in it. All right. But when Kafala came, and then I'm in this company, I'm actually a project manager. Being a project manager in that company, and money was okay. The money is fine. I will never complain for the salary. I never resigned because of the salary, because everything was fine until the day like my branch manager actually resigned because he wanted to go for a better job. And then all along the criteria of that company was, if you are the project manager, the branch manager, if he's not there, you taking over, even if it will be just for a short while. You understand that?
You can either be in acting capacity.
Even
if it's acting capacity.
I never wanted that responsibility. Actually, that responsibility is a huge kind of responsibility that I didn't want it. But just what if I would have just added on my
on your resume.
On my resume. But it was unfortunate, like the junior staff that they brought from Egypt that I was teaching, who even doesn't know how to use the Excel for heaven's sake. I'm sorry, honey, if you're watching, or if you ever watched this. His name was Honey. He even don't know how to use Excel. The salary of my staff was being delayed because of this Negro. And then we were after the guy resigned, my BM resigned, and then we have an emergency meeting. And on an emergency meeting, I went to take one of the new suits of the company suits, and I'm like, today guys, it's my day. I even told my guys, listen, today after they give me this position, I know I'll be just an acting because I don't have an Arabic. I don't know how to speak Arabic.
You don't know how to speak Arabic.
So I knew.
The bilingual speakers.
So 100% I knew that's not my position. But I'll be an actor. Before they bring it to be 2 months, 3 months, I'll be hitting that salary. So, and then from there, I went there, we went for the board meeting, and then on the board meeting, bro, we am still there, and I'm like, oh, okay, you guys, due to Mr. Mustafa, the resigning and all those, so we know this position is very critical, someone needs to stand by, and I'm sure, Frederick, you're still doing a very good job. When you're doing a very good job, we're very sure that what we are having on our mind, you will still give the support. And I was like, okay, are they going to drop one of the operation manager to come? Because I'm the only person who can replace me is the one who was in charge of operations. And then the bombshell. So from today onwards, Mr. Honey will be in charge of. Bro, I dropped the pen, I closed the laptop, I put everything. When GM himself was still there talking.
So that is the time that you are like, now I'm done. Yani.
When they,
because somebody else was given a position that you felt like.
I felt like there's so discrimination is there, and all along actually I'm just hearing like discrimination, but I've never faced it. But that's the time that I felt like, man, this is so humiliating.
Did you feel like also this guy had some added advantage because he was bilingual and you are not?
No, it wasn't. Bro, listen, if you even don't know how to use Excel, and then I'm waiting, I'm a project manager, I'm waiting. You, the patrolling supervisors, you need to give me all the time, all the time sheets of the zone you're patrolling. After you give me all of it, I have to combine all of it. After combining all of it, I'm giving the BM, and the BM has to go through it. So you don't know how to handle 20 locations, and now you want to handle 300 locations. Come on, bro.
I see.
You understand?
So you hung your boots and you quit.
I quit.
And then now you totally moved to entertainment.
So after quitting, when they were expecting me to go there to give them to sign a
final settlement or a warning.
Yeah, warning letter. I'm coming. I was going the next day with the offer letter. Everything was ready. Because this is the guy that I worked with him in South Sol. He wanted me now to move in his company. He was like, come, let's do entertainment. And then I called him immediately. I told him, can you prepare the offer letter, prepare everything. And then me, myself, resignation, everything. And I gave them 1 month. I worked for them 1 month. And that's it. That's when I stopped.
So you completely moved from being from the security to entertainment.
Yeah. So
I think I knew you through entertainment again. Back which year was that? 2019 or
2019? But actually not truly in entertainment. And now my target was now to whatever I had and whatever this guy had, we put together, and then we were like, why don't we open a club? Because before there was a club for Africa, but it was no more. But we were like
Junction.
Yeah, Junction.
Yeah, I remember. We used to get cards. You get a card, membership card.
Yeah. So that's when we said like, why don't we just have why don't we start a company?
Okay.
Let's start a club.
Mm-hmm.
And that's when we went to Al Mansour Plaza. We got that place, M floor. The place where it's called Fast Food, it was M floor. So we got the contract. We started demolishing. From the first stone that was removed from that place. And that's why I'm always like, sometimes it hurts me that I'm not there, or that thing ever. It just ended that way. Mm-hmm. So we invested into that. We opened the African club and came up with the name Afrowood. Previously they wanted it to call Afro Club, and then I was like, no, let's call it Afrowood Lounge. So Afrowood Lounge came. From Afrowood Lounge, that's when I started now. I put my mind deep into entertainment. I think from Afrowood Lounge, that's when I would say like I now started investing too much into entertainment, because in Afrowood Lounge I've worked with the Thailand DJ. I brought a DJ from Brazil, brought a DJ from South Africa, a lot of them. I brought DJ from Sudan. Mm-hmm. All right, Eritrea. So that's where Kenya. That's where now I stepped into entertainment deeply.
So you worked and you stayed in Afroad and you felt like being in this entertainment industry was better than being employed.
Yeah.
What is the difference when somebody is being employed and when somebody is in entertainment industry? In any industry, if somebody would ask you, there are lots of other guys watching that they are maybe working in different organizations and they're asking themselves, what if I step out there and be in the entertainment industry? Maybe I start doing the promotions like Freddy was doing. What are the pros and cons if somebody that should consider or somebody that should need to think about before they take whatever decision that they want to take in regards to their next careers?
I think something that I would tell people, like if you wanna step into entertainment, you need to be passionate. You need to be passionate about it. You need to be, you don't come in entertainment because you want to make money. You understand? Come in entertainment because you love what you do.
Mm-hmm.
You love what you do, because entertainment is like a casino. Like you go there,
you might win, you might lose.
Yeah, you might win, you might lose.
Mm-hmm.
And then for me, actually, in entertainment is something that I started from way back. So, and then when I was investing in it, I was so cautious. Like I knew exactly what is there. You understand? So I will not advise someone to come in entertainment if he doesn't know what he is into.
Okay, let me maybe ask you in this way. What are some of the challenging moments or low moments in the entertainment industry that you have experienced as an influencer?
People being biased. People, some of the people they sometimes they don't understand. Like I've worked with some of the artists from Nigeria.
Mm-hmm.
I've brought some artists from Nigeria. But when you bring in Qatar, it's not like Dubai. Like people, they come for entertainment. In Qatar, it's like if it's a Kenyan, we'll support a Kenyan. If it's Uganda,
they will support Uganda.
So the challenges there is like way back before then, on my days then, there was no challenges the way I'm saying, because by then they wanted just a good vibe. You understand? But right now, the challenges that are there right now, even DJs now, they are promoters. Mm-hmm. MCs, they are promoters.
People are not specializing on what they have strengths on.
Yeah. People, they're not doing that. And then worst of it is like they have now made the promoters category to look shitty because of one thing. Like a DJ or an MC goes to pick a contract, and then he's not thinking about the contract. Someone else may come and they will refer what they gave you to. Inside, I went somewhere and then I was like, big club, and they were like, oh, the guy who was deported, actually he was doing very good here, and then we were only giving him 200. And I'm like, dude.
So you mean that when you're being employed within the entertainment industry, it doesn't pay well?
Entertainment pays well.
When you are working as an influencer, or when you are employed as an employee?
When you're working for yourself, and when you know exactly, when you have numbers as well, mm-hmm. And then sometimes you may have numbers, but you must have numbers that elevate other numbers. Because, for instance, for me right now, if I want to move with the crowd, I would just call like 20 to 30 friends of mine. Mm-hmm. But why are they coming just to fill the crowd? You understand? And then nowadays you find like most of the promoters or the so-called promoters nowadays in this industry right now, most of them, they cannot survive without the free drinks in the clubs. You understand? Like you find like there's a club, there is anything that is coming up, you will be like, oh, free drinks. Wow. Free drinks and free drinks.
Okay, other than entertainment, now let's speak about Qatar as a whole. Mm. When you look at Qatar, now being the fact that you stayed in Kenya for the better part of your life, and now you've stayed in Qatar, precisely how, from 20, you say 2000, and when did you come precisely? Which year?
I came in Qatar 2010, May 1st.
2010 May 1st.
Yeah.
What are some of the things that you find Qatar, yani, not you're not comfortable about in Qatar, that yani you would wish yani we would have the Kenya in Qatar?
Something that that can be in Kenya.
Something that Kenyans can, yani something that Qatar can bring from Kenya, that can borrow, like they would rather borrow this. Yani if we had this, for example, culture here in Qatar, like it is in Kenya, it would be, yani it would make you more comfortable, yani, and it would be more convenient for you.
Trust me, in Qatar, maybe I would have said maybe Koinange should have been there, but it's already there. It's already there. But for me, I would love a culture of Qatar to go in Kenya.
What culture is it that you would want here in Kenya to uphold? Kenyans to uphold? Like what exactly? Qatar has different cultures. It's a Muslim country.
There is one that is. There's a lot of Muslim countries, but there is just one that I admire and love.
You envy, okay. Which one is it?
No one has to be married when he's not a virgin.
Okay. Okay.
That one.
Mm-hmm.
Search in Kenya.
So you okay. That is the only thing that you would borrow.
Better and their money.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, only.
How often do you travel to Kenya?
I haven't been traveling in Kenya for quite a while.
Why if you would just tell us why you've not been traveling?
Back in the year 2019 October.
Mm-hmm.
2019 October actually, I had a very crazy accident with my car.
Okay.
I had a very terrible accident, and that accident actually led me into too much trouble. It was like a hit and run. I couldn't stop.
What exactly happened here?
Yeah, it was a car. Actually, there's a car that it was early in the mornings. So early in the mornings, you know, like when you're timing the speed camera, and then it's on a yellow, and you're like, you can pass.
You can beat yani the yellow before it turns red.
Yeah, but at the end of the day, I had some distraction inside the car. It was I had carried different friends who they had a misunderstanding in the car.
So you slowed.
So like when it was just, you know, just that moment when even if a kid dropped down and really, when you go up, you're almost in the car.
Exactly.
It was that kind of moment when I was just looking behind and told them, can you guys just shut up? When I'm coming back like this, instead of me having the brakes on the yellow, even on the red for me to come back, I was in the middle of the
accelerator.
Yeah, and then this guy with the motorbike, he came and hit me. So after he hit me, and I was like, God, the people that are their backside, they're toxic and they're intoxicated. You understand? So I was like, I will not stop. I will just have to go. So I went to drop them so that I can come back to the scene. You understand? But Qatar, you know, like it's a place where like an accident happened now and then
immediately there is police.
Yeah, 1 minute immediately police are there.
Mm-hmm.
So after I dropped them, when I was coming back, I found the guy was really in a critical. He was bleeding a lot. So I found the Al-Fazai is there, Lakuye is there, the fire brigade is there, not because of the blood, and then the helicopter is hanging on top there in case it's really critical. You cannot.
It can be airlifted really to.
Yeah, it can be airlifted. So I didn't take a chance.
You couldn't come out and say it was me that.
I see. Because I felt like, because the place I was from also like I had already taken a few also. So I was like, if they will ask me why you stopped, because in Qatar, whenever you go for a driving license, they're always telling you you are also an ambulance. In case of anything, you can take this person to the hospital if we delay. You understand? So that was the reason why I didn't stop. And then when I came back, when I thought perhaps I can stop, I couldn't stop. I was scared, intoxicated, and I just brushed off. So I went home, took some few of my clothes. The car cannot move. The car can move, but the door, the side of the driver cannot open, because the guy hit me on the side of the driver. I didn't feel the impact actually. When he dropped on me, actually I didn't even feel like something big, because it's a motorbike. So for me it was like, because the car didn't even shake. So until they reached home, I told these people that were behind me, I told them just drop. And then when all of them dropped, and then I went back. When I found the scene, I cannot stand. I went back. When I'm trying to open the door, it couldn't open. When I came back to see the door, it was a big thing. So, packed a few of my clothes, checked in another hotel, tried to do some
Waiting for that call.
Google research.
What happens when you hit someone?
Yeah. So I did some Googling. How can I remove alcohol from my system? It was supposed to be actually 3 days. When you're drinking milk for 3 days without eating anything. Milk. So that's what I did for 2 days, because I called one of my friends from the traffic.
So within the 2 days, the police did not call you?
They did not call me.
Okay.
So like one of my friends from the traffic, he told me on the 3rd day they will come for you.
If you don't present yourself, they will not call. They did? Okay, so they didn't call. Your friend told you on the 3rd day, if you don't present yourself, they'll come for you.
They'll come for you. So I continued with milk. And then that 3rd day, evening hours, I came to my manager. I told the manager, listen, we need to go. Whatever happens. I'm in a foreign country. I will never escape this. I have to take myself. So I took myself in. Taking myself. These are, like it's a police, and they feel like they wanna eat you, beat you. The guy was splitting on my face, man.
He was furious.
He was furious. He just he wanted to eat
this
me.
guy survive?
Yeah, he survived.
Okay.
He survived. And then the first thing when I'm presenting myself, and then this guy is like, do you know this guy? He's dead. He's dead. You halas. Wallah into my ruby land. Fi mama. Fi hurma. Wallah into my ruby. Kusum billah into my ruby. In the mutinak. Hey! Bro, it was not easy. I even peed myself on that chair.
So they put you to jail. Where was this place? Was this traffic or was it this criminal?
It was a criminal case.
Where did you go? Which police did you go?
Because the accident was there in a Holiday Villa, the roundabout.
Okay.
So Holiday Villa is stationing to Matar airport. The airport, wherever police.
All the airport.
All the airport.
They moved that all the airport now to Tumama, I think.
Yeah. So that's where when I went to Capital, they told me, no, you go this side.
So they have a police cell there. They used to have a police cell.
Yeah, but now that I went to the traffic department. So traffic department, they cannot hold me. So they transferred me to Capital Police.
They brought you to Capital.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I was in Capital Police for 4 days.
Okay.
So the 4 days was, if he doesn't wake up, you're done. Remember, he has been in ICU the first day that I didn't go. The very day, actually, because it was very early in the morning. It was around 11 there in the morning, 10, 11. So the whole day, this guy was in ICU machines. And then the first day that I didn't go, the second day so like 3 days, he's in machine. And then when I'm still inside, the 4 days. So he was actually in ICU for, he couldn't even respond to medical for 7 days. So once he responded to the medical, that's when like, okay, there's no case, accident always happened. I didn't kill, so they cannot hold me. That's a good thing about Qatar. Like when they know that for sure there is no case yet, until the guy won. Now we have to wait for the guy to be to heal, and for him to decide whether to put a case,
to proceed and file a case, or
file a
to
case
drop the charges.
Yeah. So the Bengali guy, actually, I never saw him. It's unfortunate. Wherever he is, I really hope one day he will forgive me, because I never saw him. It's unfortunate. I never saw him. He had my life in his palm. He would have decided my fate in that time. Sure, you understand? But he never did anything of that. So from there,
you stayed there for how
4 days.
Okay.
So from 4 days when I was there, when I was in jail, for 4 days, when he came back alive, they removed me and they told me, now you cannot go anywhere. Stay just within Doha.
So they told you you cannot move, you can never go out of Doha.
Yeah.
That was which year?
That was 2019.
That was 2019.
So it was okay, because like I'm still working, and I'm like, okay, whatever comes, whatever they come. And then the boss was like, right, it's cool, man, don't worry. As long as you're out from there, it's okay. All right, it's okay.
So from that was the restriction that you have now. Let me ask you, Yani, I don't know whether you have ever stepped foot Yani, in any police cell or any jail in Kenya. If you compare, being the fact that you have stayed in jail here for 3-4 days, Yani, during that period, how would you compare the amenities and the ambience of the police cells and between Kenya and Qatar?
The funny part in my life is like when I was in Kenya, I went inside the police station because of work. I was working, and then I was working actually in Kenya. I was working in beside Sakawa Tower in Kisii. So there was this guy that I was working for, a Luya guy who was working in exhibition. He was working in exhibition, and he was selling these trolley bags. So there was one lady who came for a trolley bag, and then it's like, that lady, just sell for her this bag that is broken, and let her go, because she's from university. Sell for her, let her go. So the lady, when she went home, she realized that the bag is broken. It's damaged. So like she came back with the bag to return the bag, and then the boss, he's in Nairobi and I'm in Kisii. And I called the boss, listen, this bag is we need to return this bag. I said, no, you don't return. If you return, I'll cut your salary. Okay. For me, I'm like, okay, I'm not returning it. So when I say that, they took me inside. The police, my friends actually, the police were a very good friend of mine. So they're the one who came for me, and they took me inside. But
so at least you've seen the difference between Qatar jail and Kenya jail. What is the big what difference can you tell, Yani?
In Qatar, there's no jail.
There is no jail. What do you mean?
Let me say, like, maybe because Qatar there's categories.
Okay.
Where I was is they call it detention.
Okay.
It's a detention area.
Detention now is the Kenyan police cell that you wait before you are transferred to prison.
To prison, yeah.
Okay.
That's the detention area. And the detention area, man, you have a mattress there. Once you get in, they come and they give you a mattress. They will give you your mattress. Like, this is your mattress, this is your blanket. Find any room that has an empty bed, stay there. That's it. Like,
and then you get 3 meals on time, breakfast, lunch, dinner.
Breakfast is 7 o'clock sharp.
What are you served for breakfast?
Breakfast is shitty, because it's this kubus with some dal.
Okay, kubus and dal.
Yeah, breakfast is shitty. But lunch, wow, awesome. Lunch and dinner is awesome.
What do they serve on lunch?
Chicken biryani, mutton biryani, fish biryani. At times of KFCs.
Let me ask you, this chicken biryani, fish biryani, how much is the quantity? Is
you
it
cannot finish.
Okay.
You can't finish. Me myself, I cannot finish.
Same. This is the same. And then, what time do they serve? For example, this dinner or lunch?
Lunch 1 sharp, dinner 7 sharp.
Okay. Dinner, lunch, breakfast done. During these remaining hours of the night or the day, what are you guys doing?
You can go play. You know, there's a football pitch that is there, volleyball pitch is there. There is in the cafeterian area there is a TV there. You can go there. You guys enjoy the movies or whatever you guys are.
So you just denied freedom. Basically, you're enjoying.
Yeah.
You're having 3 meals.
Trust me.
So okay. So at least, and I understand that's the reason why you were never been able to travel. Other than that, Freddie, what are some of the things now that you've not been able to travel? Or even for the travelers, what are some of the things that you miss here in Kenya that you feel like, you know, when you are here in Qatar, you feel like you are constrained, or that if you were in Kenya, you would have done some things or you would have achieved some things?
You know, apart from me not traveling for all those long, and I thank God, like, you know, it has all been easy. It has been really roller coaster, you know, like, you imagining like you left home and then you're blessed with a kid you have never seen. Yes, and now all this time you've been here, she's now in school, big girl. I do feel like if ever in her life she will ever do something wrong or something stupid, it's because I never was there.
You miss that you have that father-daughter presence.
Yeah, if ever it'd be a time where she will say like she doesn't know me, yeah, they started. Because at the end of the day, why did I end myself in that trouble? Because I was drunk. Was I being responsible now? And like, that's one of the.
Those are one of the things that you really miss.
I regret.
We say inshallah, and it shall be well. You know, the thing is once beaten, twice shy, and we always learn from our mistakes. What can you advise any a young champion or, you know, a bright person that wants to come to Doha? What are the things that they should avoid? You know, how should they conduct themselves? How should they behave? To just not to avoid any trouble. Being the fact that you feel like you are you become emotional because due to the fact that you feel like you miss the presence of being a dad because of a mistake that happened in 2019. What can you advise Kenyans that are watching, or Qatar, even Kenyans or any other African nationality, or even any other nationality or expatriate that is here, things that they should avoid so that they are not in any kind of trouble?
Peer pressure. Like you come here in Doha, or you wherever you are abroad. Let me just say, like the whole diaspora, you're there. Be very careful with those who you call friends. Like.
Did you feel abandoned by friends when?
Yeah, a lot. Yeah, a lot. At first I didn't realize.
The growth of these incidents that would really cost you.
At first I didn't realize, to be honest. I didn't realize that I have lost friends. Trust me. Until the day like Corona came. Now Corona came. There was some issue with the club Afrowood. So Afrowood having a problem. I don't have a job now, and then it was like the person, the one that we were partnering with, is in jail. The management, the people who are managing the Al Mansour Plaza Hotel, they're in jail as well. I was not living actually in accommodation. I was not living in a villa. I was living in a hotel. Life was full of excitement. You understand? So me living in a hotel, which was it was beautiful, enjoying, and then after all of a sudden everything cut off. Those who used to come and drink with me, now none of them knew me. When I was like, guys, I don't have a place to stay. Unfortunately, we're being told to move from this hotel right now. And I remember there's a friend of mine who I called, and he was just from my house drinking with me. Just he was in his own house, but he was staying with the girlfriend, yes. But I do prefer, even me myself, it's a girlfriend, not a wife. And I'm not saying in a bad way, like you need to chase her, but you have a one bedroom house, so I could have even put my head on a couch. But he said no. He told me my girlfriend will never be okay with that. But your girlfriend is okay whenever you guys will come
and spend at my house or spend at my hotel, having fun.
So I saw like there's no friends, and like it's just like the same Joey said. There's many of the time those who you call family, keep them close. There's a group of friends who you call friends, and there's a group who you put them in a category of family. You understand? But that thing of such a called friends, no. And be careful whenever you come in Doha or you come anywhere, you come for you to do something. Be careful on one thing. Investing too much of your time doing stupid things, especially when it comes to drinking, a looter thing. When it comes to maybe you spending more time trying to play your boyfriend or trying to play your woman, it will never happen. Trust me, I've been there.
It is for lasting for a very short time.
Very short time. I've been there, and if at all there was someone who you can just say like, this guy, he deserves a medal, like that was me. But it never helped me. So if it never helped me, it will never help you, brother or sister. Be yourself. Forget about this. Focus on who you really want to be. That's the only goal that you will achieve in Doha. But if you come here and then you start having pressure from people, instead of you, after you finish work, instead of you going to sleep, you're finishing work, and instead of you going to sleep, you're finishing work, and you're going to another house to go and sleep.
I will ask you something that is of usually I'm having a lot of concerns from friends, youths that I encounter, that they have a lot of pressure from family, either their siblings or their whatever any families that they are tied by, either genotypically or traditionally, having lots of expectations. Do you ever face any such type of scenario, or if you do, then how do you manage? Or do you have people that have come and opened up that they have faced such scenarios, that they have pressures from the wife or kids, that they are not able to provide some things?
You can imagine me, like someone like me, like immediately after Corona, and then I moved out from the company that employed me, and then I started, when people they start this thing of freelance, there's nothing like freelance. We are the one who started this thing, freelance. We're the one who came up with the name. Oh, you guys can come for freelance. There's nothing like freelance. I started like knowing myself, paying for my ID way back, the year 2018. From that day until today, and then Corona came, and then the accident came. I had a case, and then having a case, my document are seized. I cannot transfer. I cannot make any whatever, put cases in. it's a case by after case, and every case that you have, you need to travel. You know, like being told like I'm staying in Salal, and then they're telling you that you have to go in Alkur. You know, you're not working.
That is opposite direction, and it's a lot of money on Uber.
You understand? And then at the end of the month, there is a baby mama who needs support, child support. You know, at the end of the day, there is a daughter who needs needs to go out. Do you understand? So yeah, has not been easy. Has not been easy. But I thank God, like there's a pressure that is always there. And then you know, like if you put yourself and you've already put yourself into a certain stage back home, you know, no one will ever understand what are you doing in a foreign country when you don't have that job. Even sometimes whenever I'm explaining to mom, dad, and they're like, so how are you surviving? You understand? But it has not been an easy journey for me. Yeah, it has been really, really hard. Yeah, I just thank God. I really fall deep. I won't wish that one to anyone. You know, like many people, they come here and then you find like there's a lot of people who come and tell you that these Kemboys who are out there or whoever and all those Kemboy, they're having festival. Kemboy, they're there like a Kemboy is a lady. They suppose mostly they're lady. They're there. They know how to get the money. But me, I'm a man. How do I make sure that the food is on the table back home? That's why I stepped into the entertainment. You go to entertainment, sometimes you're going to promote the place, and then you're going to promote the place. You've used your the Uber and all those, but you're coming back home with nothing. And the rent is waiting you back home. Food, the gas they need to eat. So the pressure has been there, but for me, I just thank God. Like, you know, at times whenever it's so hard, something used to just God has just been there. But I will not say that friends have been there. Just feel that I can count with one fist. But friends, it's a name when there's enjoyment. Friends is a name when there's enjoyment. There's no friends when you're in a hardship. Trust me. Don't rely on that. You're lying to yourself. I've seen it.
It is hardship that will define who will be your true friends,
Yeah.
not the good times.
Yeah, definitely.
Well, so what is the last piece of advice that you would give any other person that will be watching you and as a motivation, just to keep soldering on, and how would they be able to make sure that even the worst happens tomorrow, you can still collect yourself and be able to still have some hope that as you keep living a day after the other, there will always be light at the end of the tunnel.
It doesn't matter how many times you fall. What matters is how many times you've risen out and just take back that arm and continue fighting. It doesn't matter how people see you out there. What matters is how you see yourself. You may be looking like a rugged person in front of other people, but how do you feel when you're into those rugged things? And so, despite whatever you're passing through, what defines you is what you think that you have not achieved, and what are you doing about it to achieve it. So always, whenever you think that you're passing through a hard time, you feel like there's so much that you've passed through, remember there is someone who's passing through more than you. Remember there is someone who passed through more than you. Take you and take me as an example. Like, I haven't seen my mom, my dad, and siblings. I haven't seen, and they're unborn. Alright, and give up. I've never given up. Never. I've never got that feeling of telling myself or waking up tomorrow and telling myself that I'll give up. No. But every day I'm waking up, I'm like, what can I do better? What can I do? Or what did I do wrong that I can do better today? You understand? So it's always about adding numbers. And then I will tell the friends, most of the friends who are out there, we both love alcohol. I started it when I was very young. Very young. When I was in Form 1. That was when I started. I was still very young. But you will sound stupid for you to tell me or for you to say that I'm addicted to alcohol.
Do you feel like friends feel like you are addicted to alcohol?
Yeah. Many of
But do you as yourself, you as Prezo, do you feel you are addicted?
No.
But do you feel like alcohol has,
messed me up.
has messed you up or
Big time.
has kept you, has
Big time.
pushed you milestones back?
Big time. It comes to a point in a time where I didn't know that I was in depression.
You were in denial. You were in
I was
depression, but in denial.
Yeah. Like I didn't know that until the day that there's one guy who came to interview me in my house. So when he did the interview and then he posted it out there, and then just one negative comment opened my eyes. Like just that one comment. And I thank that guy who just made that comment. Because I will not lie to you. I will go to a house where people they have knives on my back. But once I stepped in that house, trust me, everybody will go, Prezo, President, Prezo, hey, Prezo, hey, what? Anyhow. At times even I will go somewhere and I'm going with friends and I'm going in a club and then from the door to the end, the club can close and I'm still greeting people. Prezo. But they have knives.
They keep stabbing you as you keep going.
Yeah, they have knives. Do you understand? So don't let them smile. Let them give you facts why they're smiling. Don't let them praise you. Let them praise you.
I saw there is one song that I saw for this guy again, Angel Lang, he was saying that nilimwomba Mungu aniondolee maadui zangu, akaniondolea marafiki zangu, So all along you feel like when you're praying to God to put your enemies away, and then God puts your friends away. It makes sense that your friends are your enemies.
Yeah, sure, all of them. Trust me, all of them.
Anyway, guys, that was Prezo. I have a million words that I can describe Prezo. It was very interactive. It was very informative. This guy, he has a million wisdom. I think he's the first Kenyan that I ever met at Afrowood during your first club that you launched. And I've seen challenges are there. We are human beings, we will see all the challenges, but I've never seen anything that puts you down, or I've never seen any challenge that you ever encountered and you showed people that you have in this challenge. You've always walked on top of those challenges, and at the end of the day, you have always conquered. Even when people would look like people would see or perceive that now you have been squeezed to now it's collapse, there is no way out, you still step up and keep walking.
Yeah,
that's a motivation, bro.
Yeah.
I know inshallah you will be able to travel now, and you will be able to see your family. Inshallah your family will be able to come to Qatar as well. And we appreciate you for the good knowledge and experience you've shared to the rest of the viewers that are watching. And I'm certain this would this would motivate somebody. This would make somebody, you know, not to give up in life. And this should also, you know, sound as a disclaimer to all those people that feel like they have best of friends. Wait till you are on your lowest moment.
Yeah.
And then you will know that you have friends or not. Thank you so very guys, yani, for, you know, watching and subscribing and liking, and give us a comment here below. This is our very first episode on, you know, world facts, basic things, everyday things that happen to we as human beings, and eventually, yani, we conquer. So till next time, thank you so much. Like, comment, subscribe, and wait for the next episode.
Right.